Hey everyone, a very warm welcome to our YouTube channel. Let's get started with the daily analysis of Nifty, Bank Nifty and Sensex. Before starting, I would like to tell you that me and Aditya are coming up with a 2 full day workshop. It's an offline workshop and it's specifically meant for index option selling, positional option selling that me and Aditya have been doing over the years. This particular workshop is especially for those who want to reduce their learning curve, because we would be essentially sharing all the mistakes that we have done and the learnings that we have learned from that, so that you don't commit the same mistake. If you guys are interested, I'll put the link on the description box. You can go and check the FAQ section, as well as you can go and register your name if you're interested. As I said, it is not a compulsory thing. We are always there on YouTube. This workshop program is specially designed for those of you who want to reduce the learning curve. And then there are some prerequisites that you need to meet before registering. Please give a check on the FAQ section. Without wasting much time, let's get started. Let's first quickly go on the weekly time frame. What we can see this week, the first week of February did try to go below this level the previous week. This week low is still intact. However, the closing never happened below that. Same in the current week. Yesterday, we saw a sharp rally in Bank Nifty, almost 1300 point rally from the lows. And today also, Bank Nifty held up well. And for the first ever time, we are seeing a good closing after so many weeks in Bank Nifty. Technically, after so many weeks, especially after this week, this is the best closing that we are getting, which is above 46,200. The momentum is now on the upside. It looks like buy on dip scenario. Of course, the moment this level gets taken out, which would be around 46,500, then on the weekly time frame also will be very much bullish. But on the daily and the 15-minute time frame, of course, we have turned bullish. On the daily time frame, what we can clearly see here is this particular trend line and the one here so far. And another way to look at it is basically a big W, which will give a breakout soon. The best thing that has happened today is there were 2 consecutive bullish days, unlike the previous few days wherein we were not getting any clarity. One day it was red, the other day it was green. 2 back-to-back bullish day, and today prices remained on the upper side and closed on the upper range, which means it's basically a pause candle before another move up. There was a strong advancement, then prices took a pause, a breather, and then we will see some more advancement on the upside. The more we stay in this zone and then we give a breakout, it will be a clear trending move on the upside that we will get. So just keep an eye on this. And the minimum points, this time the minimum points would be more than 2000 points. So keep an eye on this. It's 2363. Now what we can clearly see, this was the resistance that we were talking about. This was clearly taken out, which was 46,050 to 46,100. Now let's go on 15 minutes. I'll just show you. This was the falling channel that we were getting, and it gave a breakout yesterday itself, and I have shared both the targets of the falling channel breakout, of which the first target got achieved today itself, or yesterday itself. Yesterday itself. Second target is still open. For those of you who have seen the support and resistance video, I'll show you how beautiful it has worked yet again. This was the support, this was the support, this was the support, there was this breakdown, then this was the resistance, this was the breakout candle, then it came down, a retest, and I have mentioned, can you see, it is always a range. That's why I always say it's a range. Erstwhile resistance turned into support of 45,430 to 45,700. Now this entire zone, it's a immediate support. So the moment prices come here for the first time, you can at least start buying. You can start going long on this particular index. Of course, it has surpassed this particular zone also, which was 46,200. Now the next level to look for is 46,800, and it is somewhere around this particular zone of the symmetrical triangle as well. So the moment that gets taken out, we can see more upside. And for those of you who also follow head and shoulders pattern on 15-minute time frame, you can clearly see 15 and hourly, in both the cases, you can clearly see there is a clear inverse head and shoulders pattern as well, and a clear breakout. Now I'll look for this kind of a zone, and ultimately this zone. So we will see how the prices react at 46,600 and 46,800. Looks like, because the momentum has started right after from here, if at all the prices don't stay here and wait here or make a consolidation, again we might see some up move and then some down move. but it will come here and then again we can see some sharp up move. So overall the trend has turned bullish, but do keep an eye because this resistance it is hitting for the first time. There might be some sort of a small profit booking. It's not a correction, it's a profit booking. But now the trend has definitely turned on buy on dips, at least on 15-minute and daily time frame. Let's assume if we are opening flat opening range would be anywhere between 46,400 to 46,100 or 46,060. If we open in this range and market stays here for some time and then gives a breakout, we will go long. If at all market opens with the big gap up of somewhere around 46,600 or something, then we will wait. We will wait for the price action, because it might so happen that some profit booking will come, because people who are long in the overnight, they would like to book out profits the moment they see a good gain. So we might see some profit booking and it might come at least till this level, and then we may see market reversing and then going up. If at all it opens gap down, there are so many supports here. This one is an immediate support and this one is a very strong support right now. If at all it gaps down, I will utilize that opportunity to go long. In the scenario of flat opening and gap down, I'll look for going long. In case of a gap up opening, I will wait for prices to cool off first and then I'll enter at a suitable zone, especially as I said, this immediate support or at this zone. Like basically I'll wait for some reversal pattern. If at all it opens with a big gap up, I will either wait for prices to cool off till 46,200 or till 46,100, and if I see some reversal pattern, I will go along that at that juncture. Before starting Nifty, I would just like to take your attention to what has changed. This is basically the components of Bank Nifty, wherein HDFC Bank has got the highest weightage, followed by ICICI, SBI, Axis, and so on and so forth. What has changed now? I'll quickly take you to the HDFC Bank charts. So in HDFC Bank, this particular support of 30th September 2022, you can see it here. This support, this is the level exactly where Bank Nifty took some sort of support. If you want to know about this pattern or about this particular price action, do hit a like on this particular video. So then I'll be releasing you something very interesting pattern wherein the risk reward is very good. With a very small risk, you can ride the entire trend. And if you are interested, do hit the like button. This was the level where the prices actually took support and made a new high. The prices came again here and it exactly took the support there. One more point for those of you who follow RSI. If you can see, prices went actually it's a low and this one is a lower low. However, if you go and check the RSI chart, it's basically a low and a higher low, which means there was a divergence in place. And now I'm expecting HDFC Bank also to stabilize a bit for a while. Of course, the major resistance would be somewhere in this zone of 1480 in daily. But let's go and check on the 15-minute time frame as well. Just like Bank Nifty, HDFC Bank also gave a breakout of this particular channel. It's close to the first target, and second target would be in this range. Here also, if for those of you who are following W pattern and all, there also it gave a good breakout as well. Now this particular resistance of 1433 is very crucial. I'll tell you why. For those of you who know this support and resistance, how it works, as we have discussed in our previous video, this is exactly the resistance zone where we'll be coming for the first time. This is the zone where we might see some sort of a profit booking. Although I am not saying that it is going to give a sharp run up of one way. This is especially for those of you, those investors who have patience. This is for trading portfolio. Obviously, you always have to enter basis some chart patterns. Like let's say you are entering at the breakout of this candle, or maybe you are entering at the breakout of this W pattern. Then you can ride the entire trend till this thing. If you're working with 15 minutes. If you are definitely working with the daily time frame, then your targets will also increase accordingly. On the daily time frame, at least we should see to reach up at least 1470 levels. I'm just covering HDFC Bank because this was the major pain point for Bank Nifty. Rest all the banks, if you see, HDFC Bank is making SBI is making fresh highs every single day. So rest of the banks, we do not have much problem. It's just the HDFC Bank which was a major dragger. And somewhere right now, for the time being, it is showing some sort of stability, and not just stability, some signs of strength has also been shown by HDFC Bank, because of which the narrative for Bank Nifty to go long is also becoming stronger right now. As we saw the price action of Bank Nifty and its major component HDFC Bank, both indicates that we might see some sharp up move on the Bank Nifty, because remember HDFC Bank controls 1/3 of Bank Nifty. Now let's quickly dive into Nifty. Nifty has been moving in this particular channel. Nifty has got no signs of weakness right now, except for one day where it closed 616. Apart from that day, none of the day it closed below 700. So in Nifty, the going is still strong. And remember, this was the strongest closing that we had got on 6th of Feb. The closing was 21,929 or 21,930, and today we got a closing of 21,910. It's just a matter of time. The moment we close above this particular zone, which would be approximately 22k, we are definitely going to see some new highs for Nifty. It could be probably the high of this particular channel, the rising channel. Could be somewhere in this zone, 22,400 kind of zone. It's a total blue sky zone for Nifty then. The moment it breaks 22,146, 22,126. So let's go and check on the 15-minute time frame. So yesterday we got a breakout of falling channel in Bank Nifty. Today we got a breakout of this same falling channel in Nifty. The targets for both the targets are mentioned on this particular chart. It is 22,100 and 22,252. This itself, the second target itself indicates a fresh high on this particular index. There is a pole and a pennant pattern in place in case of Nifty. I'll quickly draw that. This is the pole and pennant pattern. If you can see, basically a sharp up move followed by some sort of consolidation in a symmetrical triangle, and then it gives a breakout. I'll cover the chart pattern series separately. I just gave a quick update. The targets for the pole and pennant pattern is 22,081 and 22,214. So in both the cases, we are looking at a sharp up move in Nifty and Bank Nifty. The idea is to buy on dips on both the indices. And finally, both the indices are in sync right now. If we open flat and the moment we break this 21,950, we can simply go long, because this particular pattern targets are open. Both the patterns, the falling channel breakout as well as the pole and pennant. If at all we open with the gap down somewhere at this juncture of 21,850 to 21,825, I'll simply go long, because the risk reward is good. If at all we open with a gap up of somewhere 22,000, so then you will have to wait for some dips to enter into long. It could be somewhere around 21,950 to 21,900 to go long. The idea on both the indices is to go long on dips, buy on dips. So you have to wait for dips. In Sensex also, scene is very much similar, just like Nifty, Bank Nifty. It also gave a breakout of this particular falling channel. The targets for the falling channel is 72,427 and 72,907, and it also gave a breakout of this particular pole and pennant. The targets for the same are 72,551 and 72,986. Since this particular both the bullish pattern targets are open, and we just got a breakout of this particular pole and pennant, the idea is to go long only. This one, 71,650, is a very important support. The moment prices retraces at this level, we will go long. Tomorrow, if we open flat, the idea is to start building positions with this as SL of 600, around 600 as a SL. If at all it opens with a big gap up, we need to wait for prices to cool off a bit, come to 72,000 or 71,900 before going long. And if we open with a gap down of somewhere 600, 650, I'll go long, because it's a very good support right now. So in case of flat and gap down, we'll go long. And in case of a gap up, we need to wait for prices to cool off, because listen, the term is very clear, buy on dips. So you need to wait for those dips to come. I'll just quickly wrap up the entire thing for our Hindi audience as well. बैंक निफ्टी में जैसे हमने डिस्कस किया है, बैंक निफ्टी अभी पूरी तरह से 15 मिनट और डेली टाइम फ्रेम पे बुलिश हो चुकी है. अगर आपने ये पर्टिकुलर देखा होगा कि ये कैसे अच्छी, इसने बेसिकली फॉलिंग चैनल का ब्रेकआउट भी दिया है, जिसके टारगेट्स हमने यहाँ पर मेंशन किया हुआ है 46,062 और 46,500 वाली. तो इसकी पहले टारगेट तो आ गई, दूसरी टारगेट जस्ट अ मैटर ऑफ टाइम आने वाली है. और इसने बहुत ही बढ़िया क्लोज दी है 46,200 के ऊपर जाकर, विच क्लियरली टेल्स अस कि द मोमेंटम ऑन द अपसाइड विल कंटिन्यू. कल अगर हमें बहुत बड़ी गैप से ओपन होता है, जैसे कि 46,600 या 46,800, तब हमें थोड़ा वेट करना पड़ेगा. अब क्यों वेट करना पड़ेगा? बिकॉज क्या होगा, एक तो यहाँ पर एक ये पर्टिकुलरली रेजिस्टेंस जोन है तो होगा, और लोगों ने जिन्होंने भी BTST किया होगा, उन लोगों के पास लॉन्ग पोजीशंस होंगे और अच्छी प्रॉफिट में रहेंगे, तो दे विल बुक आउट दोस प्रॉफिट। सो इसके लिए अपने को वेट करना पड़ेगा डिप की टू बाय। द आइडिया इज नॉट टू शॉर्ट द मार्केट, आइडिया यही है कि आपको वेट करना है डिप्स पे बाय करने के लिए। अभी तो हमारे लिए ये बहुत बढ़िया सपोर्ट है, और 45 430 45 700, अगर जो लोग लॉन्ग ऑलरेडी है वो लोग, आप लोग अगर ये जोन के आसपास आपकी एसेज है तो फिर कोई प्रॉब्लम, मतलब आई एम टॉकिंग बिलो दिस पर्टिकुलर जोन, अराउंड 45 400 के आसपास अगर आपका एसएल है, देन यू आर गुड टू गो। और बैंक निफ्टी में एक और अच्छी बढ़िया चीज है, बैंक निफ्टी को अगर आप देखोगे तो पूरा रीजन जो था नीचे आने का, इट वाज ओनली एंड ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ जनवरी 17 जो एचडीएफसी बैंक की रिजल्ट्स आई थी, जिसकी वजह से बहुत ही बैंक निफ्टी को पिटा गया था। और एचडीएफसी बैंक में फॉर फर्स्ट टाइम यहाँ पर साइंस ऑफ रिवर्सल दिखे हैं हमको। पहले तो ये जो सितंबर 2022 का जो कैंडल है एग्जैक्टली उसके आसपास मार्केट ने सपोर्ट लिया। दूसरी एक बात, यहाँ पर प्राइसेस नीचे तो ये लेवल से गई बट क्लोज उसके नीचे नहीं दी है। अगर आपको इस बारे में, ये पर्टिकुलर प्राइस एक्शन के बारे में, बिकॉज इट्स नॉट ए एग्जैक्ट पैटर्न दैट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट, बट द प्राइस एक्शन मोर और लेस रिमेन्स द सेम। और हमेशा याद रखना पड़ता है कि कैंडल स्टिक पैटर्न जो भी हम पढ़ते आते हैं बुक्स में, नॉट नेसेसरीली एग्जैक्टली हमको वैसा पैटर्न दिखे ऑन द चार्ट्स, राइट। प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ कुड नॉट बी ए टेक्स्ट बुक पैटर्न, उस रीजन से भी ये अपमूव हुआ है। और अगर आपको रिवर्सल, बुलिश रिवर्सल पैटर्न के बारे में सीखना है तो प्लीज हिट द लाइक बटन। आई विल कम अप विद अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग वीडियो ऑफ बुलिश रिवर्सल पैटर्न टुमारो इटसेल्फ। जो लोग आरएसआई देखते हैं, अगर आपने देखा होगा ये लोअर लो बनाया है यहाँ पर प्राइजेस ने, बट आरएसआई में हायर लो बना है, जिसकी वजह से जिसको हम डाइवर्जेंस भी कहते हैं। अगर आपको आरएसआई के बारे में कुछ जानना वगैरह हो तो फिर प्लीज डू कमेंट, मतलब आप कमेंट सेक्शन में लिख सकते हो। सो देन आई विल थिंक ऑन मेकिंग अ वीडियो ऑन आरएसआई एंड आरएसआई डाइवर्जेंस में भी। तो ये आरएसआई डाइवर्जेंस भी यहाँ पर दिख रहा है, और यहाँ पर बहुत ही फाइनली ऐसी लग रही है कि थोड़ी अच्छी अपमूव आ रही है। अब डेली में यहाँ पर ऐसा कोई मेजर रेजिस्टेंस यहाँ पर 1480 से 1470 से 1480 के रेंज में दिख रहा है। 15 मिनट्स में अगर आप चलते हो तो 15 मिनट्स में ये जो हमारी पैटर्न है, जो फॉलिंग चैनल का ब्रेकआउट है, उसकी जो टारगेट है और ये सपोर्ट रेजिस्टेंस के हिसाब से भी यही रेजिस्टेंस निकल कर आ रही है 1430 से 1440। बट फॉर दोस ऑफ यू जो लोग इन्वेस्टिंग जिन्होंने करके रखी है नीचे के लेवल पे, तो उनके लिए तो अच्छा है ये मोमेंटम को राइड करने के लिए, बिकॉज यहाँ पर फाइनली सम साइंस ऑफ स्टेबिलिटी भी दिख रही है। तो जिस वजह से एचडीएफसी बैंक के वजह से अगर बैंक निफ्टी गिरी है, आप अपने को याद ये रखना है कि एचडीएफसी बैंक की जो वेटेज है बैंक निफ्टी में 1/3 है। एक इंडेक्स को 33% एक पर्टिकुलर स्टॉक ही चलाती है, तो अगर उसमें अपमूव या उसमें स्ट्रेंथ आ जाती है तो फिर बैंक निफ्टी में भी अपमूव बहुत ही इजीली पॉसिबल है। निफ्टी में अगर आप देखोगे तो निफ्टी में दो चीजों का ब्रेकआउट हुआ है आज, एक तो पोल एंड पेनेंट का और एक फॉलिंग चैनल का, और दोनों का ब्रेकआउट हमें बहुत ही अच्छे टारगेट्स दे रहे हैं। मैं ये टारगेट्स और ये सब चीजें तो मैं मेंशन करूंगी मेरे ट्विटर के अकाउंट पर, आप जाकर देख सकते हो। और यहाँ पर भी दोनों इंडेक्स में, रादर तीनों इंडेक्स में, निफ्टी, बैंक निफ्टी और सेंसेक्स में बाय ऑन डिप्स का ही हमारा पूरा माहौल होगा। बिकॉज अब मार्केट में क्या है, वो जो नेगेटिव ट्रेंड थी स्पेशली बैंक निफ्टी में थी, निफ्टी में तो इतनी खैर थी भी नहीं, तो वो पूरी तरह से चेंज होते हुआ दिख गया है। स्पेशली बैंक निफ्टी ने जो आज इतनी बढ़िया क्लोजिंग दी है 200 के ऊपर जाकर, तो इसके वजह से हमारा जो पूरा जो व्यू है अब बाय ऑन डिप्स हो चुका है। बट बाय ऑन डिप्स में आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा, जब बहुत बड़े गैप से होता है तब आप नहीं बाय कर सकते हो, आपको वेट करना पड़ेगा कि प्राइसेस में थोड़ा सा कूल ऑफ हो जाए, फिर आप अपनी एंट्री ले लीजिएगा। जैसे रिवर्सल पैटर्न्स के हिसाब से आप थोड़ी एंट्री ले सकते हो। उसके बाद यहाँ पर हमारे पास निफ्टी में तो मुझे अब लग रहा है कि जैसे ही डेली में जल्द से जल्द हमें 22,000 के आसपास की क्लोजिंग मिलने वाली है। इट वुड बी जस्ट अ मैटर ऑफ, अगर कल नहीं मिलती है तो हमको नेक्स्ट वीक में तो डेफिनेटली मिल जाएगी। उसके बाद हम थोड़े नए हाइस के लिए प्लान कर सकते हैं, मतलब नया ब्लू स्काई जोन के ऊपर हम प्लान कर सकते हैं नए टारगेट्स के लिए। और कल क्योंकि सेंसेक्स की एक्सपायरी है, सेंसेक्स में भी सेम पैटर्न है, फॉलिंग चैनल का ब्रेकआउट है और पोल एंड पेनेंट का ब्रेकआउट है जिसके टारगेट्स ओपन है। तो कल हम लोग सेंसेक्स को कैसे प्ले करेंगे, अगर फ्लैट ओपन होता है, कंसोलिडेट होता है, तब आप थोड़े थोड़े क्वांटिटीज ऐड कर सकते हो, बट उसका एसएल समवेयर 600 के आसपास होगा, 550 600 के आसपास। और मान लो यहाँ पर गैप डाउन से खुलता है फिर तो बहुत ही इजी हो जाता है अब हमें, बिकॉज क्योंकि हम बाय ऑन डिप्स के इस पर्सपेक्टिव पे बैठे हैं, तो अगर डिप मिलता है तो वी विल डेफिनेटली गो लॉन्ग। हाँ, लेकिन काफी बड़ी गैप से अगर खुलता है, मान लो ये 72 500 वगैरह, फिर हमें थोड़ा सा वेट करना पड़ेगा कि प्राइसेस थोड़ा कूल ऑफ हो जाए, फिर तकरीबन ये वाली रेंज पे 71 900 या 72,000 के आसपास आए, फिर हम वहां पर अगर हमें कोई बुलिश रिवर्सल पैटर्न दिखती है तब हम लॉन्ग जा सकते हैं। दैट्स अबाउट इट। आई होप आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया होगा, एंड इफ यू लाइक दिस वीडियो प्लीज हिट द थम्स अप बटन एंड बिकॉज इट रियली हेल्प्स अस। यूट्यूब जो है वो हमारे वीडियोस और भी लोगों को दिखाएगा। एंड फॉर दोस ऑफ यू हु आर न्यू टू आवर चैनल, प्लीज सब्सक्राइब। आपको हमारे वीडियो में कुछ पसंद आया होगा, या आपको कोई फीडबैक देना है, या आपको कोई पर्टिकुलर पैटर्न के बारे में कुछ और जानना है, तो आप कमेंट सेक्शन में जो भी आपको बताना है वो आप लिख सकते हो। तो हम जल्द मिलते हैं एंड please don't forget to hit the like button because I'll be coming up with a very interesting bullish reversal pattern tomorrow itself. Have a safe trading day tomorrow. Bye bye. Take care.